Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna show our small segments of all van build. The biggest one is gonna be our living area table. We're not sure how we're gonna build it yet because we are planning to work with our computers. We need to sit straight to make it comfortable. We need to open our storage box, and Arme might have a monitor and
you will have.
and we are not sure how we're gonna compose everything in here. We are planning to have a little storage box in here, but we left this one for the last step, just to have enough space for walking. We didn't show you how we made our arch in the kitchen area. We wanted to have something a little bit more creative, not just plain wall. We are planning to put LED on the top, and on the bottom side probably some plants. On this side we're gonna put the same shelf as we have here. This one is gonna be for spices, and in here we're probably gonna put a lot of plants or kitchen equipment. We wanted to save weight in our van, and we used 6mm plywood for our cabinet doors. It looks beautiful, but we made a mistake because it warps on the sides, and we have to remake them with 9mm plywood.
A quick tip for people who are wondering how much your car is weighing. And yesterday we had some trash in the garage from the build, and we decided to go to the junkyard, and we saw that they have a weight measuring machine, and we asked if we can use it. So it's actually a cheap way to know how much more weight you can put inside of your van. And good news for our van, it's 3 tons 150 kilos, and we are going to put around 200 more, so we are going to fit in the category under 3.5 tons.
And the first step, we're gonna start measuring our table, how much space we're gonna need for sitting, working with laptops, eating and opening the cabinets.
so exciting that it fits perfectly. This is 80 centimeters by how much, Vika?
I think it's 1.40 meters.
Yep, I think to 140 by 80. We wanted that little ridge to be comfortable while eating and sitting by the computer. And that back seat area is even more tilted to the belly, let's say. We got the measurements, we got the height. Now we were going to add this compartment in the bottom area. As I mentioned, it's a bit too high for legs, but it will get a bit higher and we will have 15 centimeters of storage.
I'm just not sure if it's gonna be comfortable to get here, as our plan is to put 2 legs on the sides, and it can be quite tricky to get from here if the leg's gonna be somewhere here. Easy to crawl in this sitting space, so probably we're just gonna use the side ones.
And that's how much weight we saved. Probably there's many different ways to do it, but only when I saw the final result and when I built example how it will look, only then I saw that there's opportunity to save some weight, and you cannot plan ahead those things, because it's hard to see the final result. It's always different, not like you have imagined, especially for people who are doing it for the first time. So these blanks are not traveling with us, and now we are going to paint, and then we will start fitting inside in our back seat area. Wanted to save some money on the table leg, when we thought that it's very unnecessary to have the metal one, which is lowering the table, since we are not planning to sleep here. For now it's pretty interesting to work with, but it's not the first time in our van build. At this point we have all the structure ready. Now I will do the lids, do the same type as these ones, since they are working well. I got those metal brackets over here. Vicky painted the lid, so I will attach it like this as our seating area. It worked fine for us, so we will do the same. This one is not opening fully, and this is an accidentally holding position, which we are pretty happy with. And here we will use the storage for the longer term and not that frequently used stuff, or my monitor. We will see how we will manage all the things. But now, if you noticed that our seating position was kind of off with our legs, I think I will put some kind of invention over here. Some pieces are just extra experimental, which I made up because I think that these table legs will have to be a bit stronger. Even though they are very stiff at the moment, I need the support on this part of the lid over here, just on top of it and side, and it will be easier just like this. Alright, feels very strong. Now when I'm extra sure and have an extra pad to hold the shelf, I'm really happy with the result. we almost forgot that if we will fit the table, there will be there will be no chance that we fit this in. Also, talking about the small things, it's not very necessary, but I added few 12mm brackets here and here because it was just a few millimeters to hold all the weight we will have, and it was very heavy to put it in because of those things. I made this little bracket. Yes, I'm doing some stuff extra, but I want to be very comfortable in my van and trust its strength. Also, we used this foam. Maybe in some freezing temperatures it will hold it at a positive temperatures. We did the same with the lithium batteries. Now it looks like this. Last cleanup. I will show you what kind of strategy I got. I got those brackets with little room on top because I don't want to crack my table legs. It will be like this. Let's go. So the strategy is pretty simple. I will use 4 basic wood screws and 1 in the middle. This one to do the sandwich with the nut. It will go over here, and it just goes here. Yeah, so basically 1 in the middle is a different one to make a sandwich and to squeeze more, to get more strength, and 4 will hold the ground. The classic glue. This one is not a very beautiful one, but it was just one option, exactly what I wanted, not too flat and a bit high. And let's do the rest ones.
And this is our table. We are really happy to have it inside our van. And in the next video, I'm gonna try to sew our living area cushions. Let's see how it goes.